everyone. Hello over there in social media land. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, moi, Verona Willis-Brown. That is me. Yes, so welcome to another episode. It is my Saturday. It could be your Sunday. So I want to say a blessed day to you, whether it is morning, noon, or night. Whatever time it is, just a blessed day to you. So we are here again on another episode where we are going to go into some stuff. This is a place where we want to raise the level of consciousness and put us at a place where we go into some critical thinking. We want to think about ourselves and think about the decision that we are making and how it's impacting not only about us, but about the world, about our generations to come, about our family. We want to impact someone. So the decision that we make and when we show up, we are not only showing up for ourselves, but we are showing up for our family, generations to come, and the entire world. So let us show up with the right mentality, and let us show up with the right mindset to say we are going into here to make something do. We are going in here to make a positive impact on the world. You see, when we come together so we can live and learn and look and learn, and so we can learn from each other. So this is a space that was carved out, that was created just for you and I. Absolutely. It is a space where I said, if you got work, if you got a book, if you got work in progress, come on in here so we can build together, grow together, but most of all, so we can support each other. Now, audience, there's no way we can succeed in this life if we don't stand in support of each other. We all have the same mentality, and that is to succeed, for all of us to have the success story. But let me tell you something about that. No one, absolutely no one can succeed by themselves. No matter what your eyes say right now, no matter what you're seeing right now, no one, whether the wealthiest person or the one in the highest position, did not get there by themselves. So therefore, I ask you that when you are showing up, just remember that you're showing up in support of someone. You're showing up with intention to be with someone. We are all here together on this life journey. So good. So I want to say welcome to you. Now, tonight, we want to go into some topic about boo, what scare you? All right, so sometimes we go into the boogeyman and all that stuff, and people in the closet and under the bed and all that good stuff. We want to go into that. In America, they celebrate Halloween. I mean, some other countries, they probably celebrate Halloween too. And Halloween kind of like fun and scary at the same time. You're like, oh, we boo, boo, boo. You see all these goblin and ghosts and all this stuff there. You talk about the ghosts, you talk about the boogeyman, you talk about all these things. And in the island, they say the dumpy man and all these things, so all these things kind of like scare us when we hear about these things. You're walking in the dog scare you. Yeah, so wherever we are going, we go somewhere, it scares us. So tonight we are going to talk about the thing that scares us. How do we scare our own selves? Right? So let us jump right into it. So listen before we go any further. If this is your first time tuning in, I would like for you to just put in the comment section that it is your first time tuning in. Drop it in there so we can give you a warm welcome. Yes, indeed. And for those of you who are tuning in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever time, you are just returning audience. I like to say to you, welcome. Because when you show up, I show up, we just show up together. And that is a form of support. I talk very much about support because support is the key. Yes, indeed. So listen, first timers, just don't just put in your name in there and let us welcome you. And just to let you know, first timers, we do have some rules here on the Question Live Show. Yes, we do. Don't you worry about that word rule. Don't let your heart go boop, 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 or let your mind go scattered because I say rules. Because rules are everywhere. When you come to my house, I come to your house, you go to the church, you go to mass, you go to the temple, you go to school, you just go around the entire world. There are rules. Some of them bend, some of them we don't abide by, some of them we have to abide by. So whichever way we want to take them, we just want to go according to the rules that we have here on the Question Live Show. And they're not a lot. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Most likely there are 5 rules here on the Question Live Show. So you can abide by them if you wish. If not, then it's okay by all of us. Me, yeah, definitely. No judgment here, no judgment here. Absolutely. So what is the first one? The first rule is if you are looking at me or you are watching me on the Question Live Show and I spotlight your name on the screen, I call out your name out of the audience. Simply mean you. Yep, you are in the live audience. And when you are in the live audience, what happened? All I ask you to do is to look down there. Nope, right here. You see the share button? Please click the share button and share it and invite someone else to come on in and dine with us. Sharing the live is like sharing fresh food that just come out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked, the one that now becomes your favorite meal. And you would like to share your favorite meal. Why? Because it is so good. Good, so you want to do that. Now, if you are watching this or listening to this and you don't see me spotlight your name, most likely you are watching the replay, or you just did not put your name in the comment section that you're a first timer, or you're watching, right? Now, if you're watching the replay, it is okay as well to just go right there. You see the share button, click that as well and share and invite someone else to come in and dine with you. No, it's not good to eat alone sometimes. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's not good to eat alone. But listen, when you watch the replay, hashtag replay, and let us know what is it that you learn. Maybe you learn a thing or two. Well, let me tell you about replay. Replay is like eating leftover food. And some leftovers do taste good. Yes, honey, some leftovers do taste good. So we want to share that as well. So guess what? You're going to look right there. You're going to look for the share button as well and invite someone else to come on in and dine with you. Now they say sharing is caring, but not so on the Question Live Show. Sharing is a part of our DNA, and caring is a part of our DNA as well. So we want to mix both of them together, and we want to exercise the right to share and care. Yes, let us put that into practice, that we must share and care. Good. So that was rule number 1. Rule number 2, grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, whatever it is. It could be a piece of feather, but if it's a piece of feather, Lord, you need to get some paint or some ink to dip it in and scrabble away. Absolutely. And when you do grab that, you want to grab yourself a notebook or a piece of paper. Absolutely. And if you don't have that, you might want to grab your electronic devices. And yes, go into your electronic devices. And when you go in there is a blank page in there. It's called the notepad section. Yes, that's why they created, so you could utilize it and take note. It is a notepad section. You want to go in there, you want to write things in there. Use it up. That's why they created it. Yes. And if you don't have that notepad section, what is it that you're going to do? You're going to go on your cell phone and you are going to text on your cell phone. Go ahead. Text back to yourself. Now you must be saying, and you must be wondering, and you wanted to ask the question, Verona, what is it that you're telling us to write down and text and all that good stuff? Well, no, don't worry about it. That's why the show is called the Question Live Show. You ask the question, I give you the answer. Listen, here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Yes, indeed. Write them down. Couple reasons why I encourage you to write things down. 1, it extracts the very thoughts out of our head. And when we put them on paper, most of us learn better when we see things on paper. And it will manifest even better when you look at it in the paper, because it's looking right back at you. It's in your face. Yes, indeed. And then secondly, when we write things, whether you write one word, that one word turn into a sentence and another sentence, and that sentence goes into a paragraph and another paragraph. And then from that paragraph, it branch out into a page and another page and another page. And as a result of all those pages, guess what will happen? You might just be having a book. Absolutely, you might end up with a book. Good. Now, you see, we as writers, when we write our story, and sometimes we try to write somebody else's story, but it's not the same when we try to write somebody else's story. We only know our story. So absolutely you have a story inside of you, and the best way to get it out is to write it out so we could get it. You see, sometimes our story is somebody else's solution or a strategic way for somebody to get over a hump. So get inside of yourself and bring out that story and write. Yes, write. Writing is good for you. It builds a relationship between your brain, your hands, and the paper. Your heart flows with the paper, and you have this lovely relationship going on. Yes, you do. Good. So with that said, grab all your stuff and let's roll. Now the next rule is grab yourself something to drink. Whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, whatever it is. It could be a smoothie, it could be porridge, or some broth, whatever it is. Maybe you're somewhere sipping on some ice pop. That is fine by me too. Whatever is it that you're drinking, it is up to you if you want to put in the comment section. But hey, just put in the comment section that you are drinking something. Not because I want to be nosy to know what you're drinking. No, I don't want to be nosy to know what you're drinking. You see, the reason why I tell you to put something that you are drinking is that when you raise your glass, your cup, your spoon, whatever it is, I raise mine as well. And what happened? Here on the Question Live Show, we like to celebrate. So whatever is it that you are celebrating, we like to cheers to you celebrating something. Absolutely. So when I ask you to get something to drink, that's exactly what it is I am saying. So whatever is it that you're celebrating, maybe you getting married, maybe you got married, maybe you're having a baby, maybe you just had a baby. Hey, maybe your children graduated. Maybe your children got good grades. Whatever the case is, you're celebrating something. Hey, you're just celebrating life. That is good as well. And guess what? Maybe, just maybe, you have developed yourself just a little bit more. Yes, that is extremely important. So we want to raise our glass to you and we want to celebrate you. Absolutely. Now here, as you can see, I have my glass here with water because I encourage you to drink water. Couple reasons. When you drink water, water quenches the thirst. Water flushes the body and flushes the body of toxin, and it hydrates the body. Yes, I am not a medical doctor, but I know a thing or two. So drink your water. And the other reason is I drink water. Why? Because I'm a believer. I'm a believer of Jesus. Jesus turned water into wine. And when he turned water into wine, honey, I bring my water and I look at it and I'm going to have a belief system. And I wonder if he turned water into wine, whether it was red wine or white wine. What if it's your wine? I'll wait for mine. Hey, you never know. That could be white wine. I had a talk with Jesus. Yes, indeed. I had a talk with Jesus before I came on here. Good. No. With that said, let us go into the other rule. The other rule is if you, not me, you. If you need to use the bathroom, whether it is to the right, to left, wherever your bathroom is located, please go now. And when you go use the bathroom, just come on back and have your seat. Yes, indeed. You're going to grab your seat, just like the seat of life. Yes, on the seat of life is your name on it. It is written on there. It is reserved with your name, with your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talent, your destiny, and your purpose. Absolutely. And inside of that is greatness. Why? Because greatness is inside of us. And when we tap into that, greatness will come out. Absolutely. Now, if you decide to give up your seat It's just like giving up your birthright. And here on the Question Live Show, no, darling, we are not here to give up no birthright. We are just here to ignite each other so our greatness can go all over the place. Good. So now if you get here and you don't see a seat, sit your tail on the floor and be in position, because when you're in position, you get to fulfill your purpose a little bit better. Good. That's how this works. Now, ladies, if you're outside, you know, usually when we got outside anywhere, there's always a line to the ladies' bathroom. So if you are outside and there's a line to the ladies' bathroom and you are listening to me or watching me, go to the men's bathroom. Excuse me, sir. I need to use the bathroom. Go on, use that bathroom and come right back. Yes, indeed. Now listen, let me go back a little bit. You see, when I tell you to drink for me, it's because, look, I am back here doing all the talking. And because I'm doing all the talking, I ask you just raise your cup, your spoon, your glass on behalf of me, because that's a form of support, honey. And we all about supporting each other here, especially on today's Saturday. Yes, we want to celebrate. So we want to give a shout out to all the small business out there, those who are out there doing their thing, those entrepreneurs who are rolling and doing their thing. Come on now, we celebrate you. Keep on making a mark, because one day you will just be that big business that you've been dreaming about. Hey, good. So with that, let me tell you, anyone who went to the bathroom, if they're taking long, that is none of my business. Everybody should know why they're taking so long in the bathroom. That is none of my business. So with that said, while they're in the bathroom, listen. Anyway, that's not my business. Anyway, while they're in the bathroom, let me go on up into the audience and let me welcome the audience that we have here tonight. I see up front, AI Insight Mastery is right here up front. Welcome, sis. Welcome to another episode of the Question Live Show. It is always good to have you. Always good to have you. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Yes, indeed. She's present. You know, in school. Hello. Present. They call it by name Verona. Present. I'm present. Yes, we want to be present, whether in the physical or mentally. We want to be present. Absolutely. Yes, my dear. No one can succeed by themselves, no matter how they try. No. No matter what position they're in right now, they did not get there by themselves. So whether you're a musician, whether you're an actress, whatever you are, you did not get there by yourself. So let us establish this right now. Absolutely. And I see Yvonne DePass here. Oh, this is your second time. Welcome. Everybody, welcome. Second timers, we welcome you. Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am. Welcome. Now listen to me. First timers, if you are here watching, you're going to see that we are greeting each other. Why? Because we are a family, and when we are family, we greet each other. So come on in, don't be shy. I mean, sometimes I do get shy, but don't be shy. We don't judge you. So wherever you are, maybe you're by the window looking in. If you're peeping in, listen, just come on in, open the door. We welcome you. Yes, indeed. Before I go any further, there was one of the weenie rule that if I say something and it resonates with you, whether it's from your heart or in your mind, type in the comment section. Yes. Yes, showing that you are standing in support. Yes, showing that you are following along. Yes, show that, as Yasmin said, you are present. Yes. Okay. Put yes in the comment section so we could know that you are here. Because listen, anything that I say, let me tell you right now, this is not a monologue. So, of course, the show is called The Question Live. So, if I ask a question, please give an answer. And you, audience, you are entitled to ask a question as we go along as well. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, you can't succeed alone. Oh, okay, correction to your text above. No, you can't. Right, correction. Thank you. Yes, I see it. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. And we see Sharon. Welcome. Absolutely. Everybody got a story from the baby that was born 2 seconds ago. The person that's 100, they got a story or 2 or 3, whatever the case is. Everybody got a story. Yes, indeed. So good. So I say thank you for being here. So guess what we are going to do? We're not going to wait for those who are in the bathroom. Absolutely. And we're not going to wait for those who got to go get their writing tools and then drink and all that stuff. Because listen, if you've been here, you know what time the show starts. You're supposed to be prepared. Just like life. Be prepared. Be prepared. Good. Be prepared. Have your stuff ready to go. And we are going to roll right into it. What is tonight's topic? Tonight's topic is talking about how to scare yourself. Oh my. Who wants to scare themselves? Usually somebody will scare you. But do you want to scare yourself? Hello. First question gonna go up. Do you want to scare yourself? You could put yes in the comment section. You could put no. There is no wrong or right answer right here. We don't judge you according to your answer. We live and we learn from each other because we are students and teachers at the same time. So your answer is never wrong. Your answer is never right because your right could be my wrong could be your right. So the question that we are going to put up here is, do you scare yourself? Like, do you really scare yourself? That is the question that we are going to put up here tonight. That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Do you scare yourself? You know, so while you are trying to figure out if you scare yourself, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sip some of my water. Well, this is coconut water, and you see, I got me a berry in there. So here, listen up. For you to have some water, because you know a lot of people don't drink water. Let me tell you, this is a little hack to your water drinking. Put a berry in your water. Put a berry in your water or a piece of pineapple in your water if you don't want to drink plain water, which I recommend you do. As I mentioned before, it flushes the body of toxin. So yes, but if you just want to have a little taste because you got a sweet tooth, you might want to put a berry or a piece of pineapple in your water, or a piece of ginger or something in your water, and you're good to go. Absolutely. So yes, the question that went out is, do you scare yourself? That's the question. You know the show is called The Question Live Show. Yeah, we ask questions here. Do you scare yourself? Yeah. And many of you probably saying, I don't think I scare myself. Many of you might be saying, how do I scare myself? And that is the question for today's topic. How to scare yourself. Let us jump right into it while you take some time to think about if you scare yourself, because I do. Yeah, I do. I scare myself probably every day. Not because I'm so cute, but no. I scare myself. Let me tell you how you scare yourself and how you should scare yourself. You should scare yourself by escalating the very dream that you had since you were 5 years old. Your dream's supposed to be big enough that it scare you. That's how you scare yourself. Dream so big that your heart so boop, 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 boop. Your heart is scared. Dream bigger than yesterday that it scare you. Yes, dream that big that it scare you. Absolutely. 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 This is how we're going to scare ourselves, by thinking about the very dream that we had and move it up about 7 levels. 7. Yep. Move it about seven times up. And when you move it 7 times up, you see that absolutely that it gonna scare you. And that's fine. Nobody wants to be scared. Let me tell you, because you see, if y'all been here, yeah, I know I like to talk about me. Yes, I do. I like to talk about me because when I talk about me, it is better for me because it's my story. And everybody's story is personalized. And everybody should be able to talk about their story. Because just like your purpose is personalized, your story is personalized as well. So I like to talk about my story. And those of you who've been here, you know, I come in and I tell my story. Why? Because it's a part of me. And I hope when I tell my story, someone learn a lesson. Someone learn a lesson and someone take that lesson and apply that lesson. So yes. So because we all have a story, as Sharon mentioned, we all have a story. I encourage you to pay attention to your story. Not to really mine. I just like to tell mine. You see, I talk about being scared, right? As a little girl, let me tell you something. Woo-wee! You dare not put me out in that dark. You dare not put me out in that dark. And you dare not let me see a crawling thing. Nothing. A lot of things scared me. A lot of things. But I'm just going to go into just a couple of them. A lot of things scared me. The dog, the cat, the rat, the dog. You know, those. So when I look and see that all these things are scaring me, I try to go inside myself like, why am I afraid of the dog? So if you are afraid of the dog, or if you were afraid of the dog, you can raise your virtual hand and say, me, type in your name and say, me. So I know that I am not the only one that was afraid of the dog. Yes, I was so afraid of the dog, honey. I would just stand in place and just like, whoop, I'm not moving. You dare not put me out in the dark because I am going to stand there. And I remember my brother. Those of you who know me, I got a lot of siblings, and my brother would do all this crazy stuff, and sometimes I get left back out in the dark. And then what happened when you out in the dark? Those of you again know that I'm from Jamaica. You know that in the dark, you start seeing things. It's an illusion. You start seeing things. You start imagining things in the dark. Somebody gonna jump out of the dark. The shadows of the tree in the dog barking. Everything going to scare you in the dark. Again, if you know what I'm talking about, you can raise your hand and let me know that I'm not alone. Put your hand up and let me know that you know what I'm talking about when you're walking in the dark. Absolutely. When you're walking in the dark. Because when you're walking in the dark, your heart starts pumping fast. You start sweating. You start crying. You start praying. Woo-wee. You start praying. Lord, please don't let nobody trouble me. Lord, please. And we pray. We pray in the dark. But I want to encourage you that the dark is just an illusion. You don't believe me? I'm a conqueror. I'm a survivor of the dark. I am a survivor of the dark because you dare not put me out there. What now? I'm a survivor, and we want you to be a survivor of the dark places. Because if you are scared of the dark, you are going to even be scared of your own dark story. And nobody want to face their story, but it is yours. Audience, it is yours. Those stories that you survive from, they're yours. You think they're going to come after you? And that is where the problem is. You think they're going to come after you? A lot of times we don't want to do things. We don't want to do things. We don't want to move forward because we're afraid that the past is going to come after us. But we want to scare our own self. Let us scare our own self and forget about the past going to come, or the darkness going to come, or the shadow of the darkness going to come, and all these things going to come after us. We got to scare our own self. So let us take a moment and evaluate the very dreams that we have or had. Because if you had a dream and that dream did not become reality yet, you still got time. And time is now. Time is now. Time is not tomorrow, the next, and the next, and the next, and the next day. Time is now. Oi, right now. In the present. As my sister up there said, I'm present. Time is now in the present. So what is it that you dream about? What is it that you've been dreaming about? What is it that you're going after? Because guess what? You know where your dreams are located. I done told y'all, this is not a monologue. So I'm not going to be here just talking away. Do y'all know? Because you know the question is the question, Lasha. So I like to ask questions. Do you know that your dreams are not behind you? Hello? Somebody? Anybody out there? Your dreams are not behind you. Your dreams are not in the dark. Your dreams are not in the dark. No. Nope. Your dreams are not in the dark. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I know I got to get my fan. Your dreams are not in the dark. But I want it to scare you. So you see, it's not everything that's in the dark can scare you. The boogeyman is not going to come after you. It's you going after your dreams, your expectations, your intentions, your goals. They're supposed to be big enough that they scare you, that you're just sweating away, you're crying, you're mooing, you're doing all this stuff. But one thing I would like to tell you, don't stand still. Nope. Don't you dare stand still. Oh, I think, okay, I see what happened. Okay, hold on a second. I think I did the same thing last night. Hold on a second. Yep, I'm back. I know I did the same thing last night. Excuse me. This is what happened when you have a live show, honey. Yep, this is what happens when you have a live show. These are things that happen. Sometimes I have to get up. Right. Yeah, sometimes I have to move. See, that is exactly what I'm talking about. You got to move. You got to move towards your dreams. You got to move towards that. Absolutely. Ooh. You got to move towards that. Yes, indeed. So just the way I had to get up just now, you got to get up. You got to get up. Audience, you have to get up. It is a must. You have to move. So when your dream is over there, because, you know, we get so used to the dog scaring us. And we don't want to move because we're sitting there crying. I am giving you the permission to dream bigger so it scares you. What is it that you're dreaming about? Let your dream scare you in such a way that you say, what we talk about, faith. When you have that faith to go after that dream, because that dream is light. Your dreams are light. Why are they light? They're light to the world. They're light to the world. Yes, they are. They're light. Your dreams are not darkness, honey. No. Are you with me? Are you with me? Type in the comment section that you are with me. Type in the comment section that you are following. So I am not just sitting here babbling my mouth. Put in the comment section. While you're doing that, let me sip something. Type in the comment section that you are following. Yes, indeed. Because we are moving forward. Because when we accept the fact that our dreams, our dreams right there? They're looking at us. And once they're looking at us, they're not in the dark. The only time your dreams can be in the dark unless you don't exercise to move to them. And nobody knows your dream. So even when nobody knows them, you tuck them somewhere. Nope, they're right there. Your intentions, where are they? You tuck them somewhere. Your expectation, where are they? You tuck them somewhere. Please get your dreams and your expectations and your goals out of the dark. I encourage you, please, everyone, get your dreams and your expectations out of the dark and let it scare you. Listen, let it scare the heck out of you. Let it scare you. Today, you sit down and you dream of moving one step. Take 3. Take 3 steps. If you're afraid of height, listen, go up on an elevator, honey. You have to conquer that. Not me conquering it for you. No, you got to conquer that for yourself. How to scare yourself is by going forward with full force, with faith, saying that I got this. Convince yourselves. Tell yourself you got this. Because why? You do. Yes, you do. You got it. Absolutely. You got it. And like I said before, that when we show up, we are showing up together. But one thing you want to know, that when you got it, somebody's with you. Someone is with you. Hello? So scare yourself. What I say? How to scare yourself. Dream bigger today than yesterday. When failure comes, don't fall over with the failure. Take the failure and go with it. No, the failure might scare you. You're like, ooh, this is scary. Yes. Life is not no goal and diddle dally and you just go easy breezy. No, that's not what life is about. Life's supposed to scare you. Don't get too comfortable and sit in your comfort zone like, put your feet up, twiddle your toes and twiddle your fingers and say, oh, I got bells on my fingers and all this stuff. No. When you rise up to another level within yourself, when you rise up to bring out the next version of yourself, it's supposed to scare you. If we are not scared of the next level, then boy, oh boy, we need to go back to sleep or something. We need to fall back into sleep. We need to go into a sleep zone and just stay there. I oftentimes says that when we are still, because we are not supposed to be still. I oftentimes said that when we are still, where are we? Dead out in the casket. That is when we are still. Therefore, I ask you, how do you want to scare yourself? Because you are not in the casket, because for sure, I am not speaking to nobody that's dead. Unless I'm raising that dead. I am not speaking to dead people right now. And because I am not speaking to dead people, you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to scare your own self. Scare yourself. Jump in there and scare yourself. Jump into that dream and scare yourself. When and listen to me, you don't have to be going to sleep to dream. You know, sometimes you're in growing up, they always say that, oh, children sit there. Whether you're in school or you're home, and you stare out of space, whether you're home or not, and you're wandering away. And what they call it, they say that you're daydreaming. Hi, I'm Kaylee. Hello. Welcome. And they say that you're daydreaming because you sit there like this. But what happened in that moment when you are daydreaming? Absolutely, you are stretching your mind into a place out of your present. You are where you are present, you're stretching that mind. You're stretching your mental capacity somewhere far to a better place, because we don't dream for something worse. We always dream for something better. We always dream for something better. If you dream for something worse, I would like to speak to you. I would like to speak to the person, whether you are going to be watching me or listening to me. I would like to speak to that person who said that I'm dreaming of something worse for myself, or my family, or my community, or the world. Who dreamed for something worse? No one. So because we are dreaming for something better, dream so it could scare you. Dream and let it scare you in such a way that you say, oh my God, no. Because you want to see yourself in a position where you say, oh, me going there? Yes, you. Yes, you. Not that you're privileged and not that you're entitled, but you work hard, you work smart to get to that place. And when you start dreaming, you sit there like, oh, one day they would ask the children, or, what would you like to be when you grow up? How many of you, your parents answer that one question? What would you like to be when you grow up? They ask that question. What would you like to be when you grow up? At adult age, we should still ask ourselves, what is it that we would like our success story to look like? So if our parents are not asking us as adults, what is it that you would like to be when you grow up? Because now if children out here and your parents are asking you that, what happened? You open the capacity of your mind and you put yourself out of your present moment and stretch to something better. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be a teacher. Oh, I want to be that. I want to be something greater than what I am presently. So yes, so that is what happened when we as adults, when we come into our present moment, whether it is a situation, a circumstances, whatever is it that we are in as adults, we are not asked. No one is asking us, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? No, because now we are grown. What is it? We should ask ourselves the question, what would my success story be? What is it that I want to be included in my success story? And do not limit your mind capacity for the very thought that coming in there to say, this is what you want to be, because why? Inside of us, we have greatness. So when we want our success story to be great, we should go after it. And if it scares you, good. Let it scare you. If you're coming from the family that don't have anything, and if you consider the poorest like my family did, they consider my family was labeled the poorest of the entire community. But what happened? My parents said, oh, no, we're not going to let that label, because oftentimes what we do, we allow society to define us and to define where we need to go. We allow society to define us. You can't get there. Society limit us. So wherever you're from, your cultural background, your country background, your language background, wherever you are listening to me right now, society should not limit you and the capacity that you have to imagine the greatest version of you, because the greatest version of you is only inside of you and no one else. M. Kaylee, greatness is not inside of me. M. Kaylee, greatness is inside of her. And let me inform you, M. Kaylee, you know that greatness is inside of you. And if you didn't know, now you know, because I'm going to tell you, greatness is inside of you. So let that greatness let it boil up and let it scare you. You take a moment and you think for a moment and let your heart talk. Because I mentioned that inside of your heart is only truth. There's nothing else that lives inside of your heart but truth. And when you put your truth and your greatness there together, you will see that your success story will impact the world. You will see that your success story will lift humanity. You will see that your success story will leave a story for generations to come. That when they come, they must remember that you were here because they will see your footprint. But one thing they must know, when you fall gone and generation come and they heard M. Kaylee's story, they heard even the past story, they heard Sharon Hunter's story, they heard AI Insight Mastery story, what will happen? They will know that somewhere along the line it did scare you. When I started this platform, oh, let me tell you, I started this scared. I started this platform very scared. I started here and I said, I'm scared. I saw the vision and I got scared and I said, no, I'm not doing that. Because we talk ourselves out of our greatness. And I said, no. And I tried to talk myself out of it. And I tried. I tried to talk myself out of it because it was very scary. Why? Because it was looking that I have to be talking to people every single time I show up. I got to be talking to people. And where do I put myself to be sitting there talking to people? No, I got scared. But let me tell you something. I started it scared. And if you are going to start your success story scared, it is okay. Because one thing I want to let you know, you are not alone. You don't know. You just heard me say it. You are not alone, because I'm going to be right there with you. So whatever your story is, it is sitting right here in your heart. And it is scaring you so much that you're like, oh my God, how can I do that? How can I do that? And you ask yourself, how can I do that? How can I do that? Oh, little me. How can I do that? You see, I like this. I told you I like to talk about stories. You see, there was a farmer and his wife that had many children. I like to tell his stories. And there was a farmer and his wife that had many children. And out of those children, there was one of the little daughter was down there. One of the little daughter, the youngest daughter, almost the youngest daughter. She would sit there and she would watch them every day as they father go out to work. Mother cooks and mother take care of the house. And she would just go with her siblings and watch her sibling because she was one of the youngest. So she would watch her older sibling and she tried to do what they do. And, she tried to learn from them. But the person that she wanted to learn from most was her mother. She watched how her mother cared for the community. She watched how her mother love her children and love other children. She watched how her mother serve. She watched the compassion when she watched all of that. And one day, that little girl started, whatever triggered her to do that, she started taking her breakfast in the morning. And when she started taking her breakfast in the morning, she tucked it in her little uniform. Eat a little bit from it. And she take the rest and tuck in her uniform pocket. And when she take it, she would run off to school. And when she run off to school, she would share that breakfast with somebody else. She would share that breakfast. She would find somebody and share it with, knowing that person didn't have breakfast, knowing that person didn't have what she had, not that she was rich. but she wanted to share her food. And she shared that breakfast days and days and morning after morning. She would do the same thing. She had the same routine. She would run off to school and she would share her breakfast. And as she shared her breakfast, what would happen? Her sharing became a part of the classroom, and someone else realized what was happening, and someone else started bringing in some breakfast, and everybody had some food tucked in their pocket. You know, few of the classmates put their food in their pocket, and you come and you take a piece of bread and a piece of plantain and something you start sharing. So the class became a sharing class. And as the class became a sharing class, what happened? The little girl got grown and she moved away from the class. She relocated. And as she relocated, she started sharing her heart. She started sharing her love. She started sharing her time. She started sharing her gifts, her talents with those who are around us. She was still sharing her food, but wasn't stuck in her pocket anymore. She was sharing her lunch. She kept sharing. So as she kept sharing, what happened to her? She became a mother, and she just developed such a tendency to just share and share and share. And as she shared, life just started blossoming for her. What happened? She became an inspirational speaker. She became a podcaster. She became a published author. She became a youth mentor. She became a blogger, a podcaster, and she became a show host. Yes, that little girl grew up to be me. That little girl grew up to be me. But somewhere along those growing up years, I was scared to do a lot of things. I was scared to excel because one teacher told me that I was doubtful in the very thing that I wanted to pursue. Yes, I was that little girl that said, oh no, I don't want to write a book because I'm afraid of what somebody is going to say about me. I was afraid somebody going to say, oh no, we don't want to see that book. I was afraid to show up and speak because, they told me I'm the youngest at the bottom. They told me that. I was afraid to show up because somebody going to say, we don't understand what you're saying. Somebody going to be afraid and tell me, oh, so I was afraid of others' opinion. I was afraid of what others was going to say about me when I show up. And I took that into consideration. And for a while, I didn't show up. For a while, all those things that I listed took a while for me to bring it forward. But what happened? I scared my own self. Yes, I did. I scared my own self. And as I scared my own self, what happened? I showed up. I showed up to be your show host. I showed up to be all of that. And I am still showing up because I am not showing up for myself. I am showing up for my family, the very family that they consider the poorest. I am showing up for my community, and I'm showing up for generations to come. Audience, your story might not be my story. And of course, rightfully so, it is not my story. It is yours. Just remember, others' opinion of you doesn't define you. Others' opinion of you should not scare you enough where you put your dreams, your gifts, and talent under the table. Others' opinion of you should not dull your candle. A candle is in your mind. You are a candle of the world. And no one can put a shade over a candle because somewhere along the line, the illumination of that candle is going to shine. Shine on, audience. Shine on because you got the light inside of you. Because greatness is not in dark. Greatness is in light. And because greatness is in light, you should dream great. You should dream bigger. You should dream as if no one is around. Yes, you. Dream as if today is your only day to dream. Dream and watch your dream come true. Your dream will come true only when you dream it, only when you take charge, only when you activate it scared. Now, your dream story might not be my dream story. But anyhow, show up. Show up. And when you show up, just remember the impact that you will make. It will define yours. Yes, it will define your success story. And you will see. If it scares you, that means you're dreaming bigger. If it doesn't scare you, that simply means you should be dreaming bigger. So I encourage you to go out there and dream a little bit bigger. Take that time to dream just a little bit bigger than what you dreamt yesterday. Dream bigger than the little girl that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dream a little bit bigger than the little boy that got stuck in the corner. Dream bigger than the man who got broken somewhere. Dream bigger, single mother. Dream bigger, single father. Dream bigger, parents struggling. Dream bigger. Dream bigger for your children. Dream bigger for humanity. Dream bigger so it could scare you. Dream bigger, audience. Dream. That is how you know that it will scare you. If it's not scaring you, then just dream a little bit bigger. Ask yourself, am I scaring myself? And remember, you don't have to be in the dark to scare yourself. Your dreams are supposed to scare you. I want to thank you so much for tuning in into this session of the Question Live Show. Of course, listen, as we go forward, remember, we are going forward as one. We are going forward to lift up humanity. We are going forward to be an impact on society. We are going forward to reach our destiny. Go ahead forward and be that light that will touch your purpose. Thank you for tuning in into this Question Live Show. Your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Bye.